With a $10,000 support prize from the Ghana Climate Innovation Center GCIC Green Incubator Project, GCIC is mentoring, coaching and building startups and enterprises that promote sustainable use of waste and climate-smart agricultural practices.
A win-win-win for us as a business, the farmers as an agribusiness, and the environment as well.
At a pitch session at the Accra Mall, 5 startups and agribusinesses justified why they should be supported by GCIC to scale up their waste recycling and environmentally friendly ventures.
Where all the shops that were on our campuses. Right now what we are trying to do is we are partnering with some local retail shops in my area to begin expansion from there.
In all, 5 pitches were made. Locagro set out to provide training to smallholder farmers and manufacture organic fertilizers as well as help farmers to sell their produce at a commission. But are the farmers asking for these services? Are they not a duplication of what extension officers do? The judges were curious.
What do you think your business model is going to transition to be?
The first question you asked me, getting a way to find a solution to the farmers, cutting me out of the deal, or the organic fertilizer sellers getting me out of the deal.
Novzaic Expressions also engage in awareness creation and sensitization on climate-smart ways to recycle and reuse waste.
Services including training people on DIYs, active and spontaneous things that they can make from waste and use in their home, offices, schools, however. The entrepreneurship training, of course, coming up with workshop, conferences, and the likes to train people, educate them and empower them.
Team lead for the group, Cheche, will not win the judges over. Others, Green Campus GH, a social venture manufacturing and distributing eco-friendly trash bags to university campuses to deal with the waste menace. Biota Energy, another enterprise using algae to treat sewer to produce diesel, and then Greenway Foundation put in a stake for the cash. After about 10 to 15 minutes of deliberations among the team of judges, there was a winner. Green Campus GH, Novzaic Expressions and Biota Energy came second and third. But what are the judges really looking out for? Charlotte Tim is a consultant with the World Bank Group.
So we really wanted a business that had traction. That's what we really base a lot of our results on. So much as you have a business that shows up and has all the passion in the world, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are sustainable financially. And the purpose of the GCIC is that we want to know that you have at least the rudiments of a business model that we can take and groom and build with you to take you to the next level of your business. So Green Campus really displayed both that combination of passion and that clear vision in terms of having a sustainable financial model that we were really looking for, and we think we can make a great impact with them.
I caught up with CEO of a winning pitch, Green Campus GH, Papayao Ejekumado, and first runner-up, Novzaic Expressions boss, Chiche.
First of all, congratulations on winning this. How did you do the magic?
Well, it was good, basically, and a little bit of preparation and some form of experience. That's it.
Okay, and what was your pitch exactly about in summary?
Well, my pitch was about a social venture we started back in school in 2016, and basically it's a movement that brings about awareness of sanitation, and we also manufacture and distribute our own eco-friendly biodegradable trash bags.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Now, you made a pitch about getting people to brace or embrace how to recycle waste. First of all, you also talk about a hub that you have where you train people, you recycle waste. I heard you mention, for example, that so far you've been able to recycle 650 kilograms of waste, of paper and all of that. Yes. How has it been, the journey so far for you?
Well, it's been an interesting one, literally because we still live in a continent where there's still a mindset issue towards environmental sustainability in Africa. So what we're doing currently is to see how best we can transform that mindset. Amazing way. Of course, we clear our waste and all of those things. Currently, by December, Ghana will no longer have a place to put its waste, if you know that. Why wouldn't we start thinking of how to manage the existing ones we have? And this is why we're inculcating the need for reusing, recycling and repurposing waste into innovative and creative products that can be reusable, that can be utilized, and that can be also opted as a business option.
How did you manage to convince the judges? I spoke to some of them right after the pitch. They told me about how they were looking for a little beyond just the pitch. They were looking for how sustainable the venture is? For example, they're looking at the financials of the venture that you are engaged in. Did you know about all these before getting into this pitch?
Not necessarily. I was of the view that I would share my story. I'll share the story of the team and what we've been doing so far. And after it all, I'll back it with my financials. So that was even the last thing that I even showed. But it turns out that, well, they could appreciate the story and how far we've come since 2016. And I'm sure the financials and a proof of concept is what was the icing on the cake that resulted in the World Prize.
And you make 60,000 bags?
Yes, we do. And that's even in one batch. So we make 60,000. We can do as much as 120,000, 500,000. It depends. But, you know, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. And to attempt such a venture and try to bring people in line to that concept, we decided to start with a minimum of 30,000 bags. That's what we started with in 2016. And we are gradually growing exponentially, still in our latent stage, but exponential growth.
GCIC says the award of a $10,000 prize support to the startup is just one of many interventions to grow and nurture environmentally sustainable businesses to preserve the climate. But this is a private entity with sourced funding from different quarters. What role are mandated city authorities playing to green the city and mitigate the deadly effects of climate change? Desmond Appiah is Chief Sustainability Advisor at the Office of the Accra Mayor.
We are conscious of our waste management, that there are a lot of illegal dump sites in Accra. There are about 43 illegal dump sites. In the last year, the mayor has led the closure of about 30 of these illegal dump sites. Example, Malam, and so many other areas. Since we're conscious of the causes, it's easier for us to be able to put in some innovative things to do. We're also really promoting energy efficiency. In some of the public buildings, we've undertaken audits in our city hall, in some Accra Girls, and we've put in a 5 kV solar system and introduced LED lighting at Accra Girls to reduce their demand on energy and also save some money.
He tells Joy News the Assembly has conducted an audit of some buildings for solar power connections.
The city soon, the mayor will announce some innovative things. For instance, a major greening initiative, greening of the city, which is greening and beautification of Accra, so that we can develop some the open spaces that we have, put in more trees, and then be able to positively reduce our impacts, our footprint on the environment. We've also had deliberations with some donor agencies that are working in Ghana, and we are currently undertaking some research to ascertain the quantum of husk that we have in the system. We finished the field work. We are putting the models together to be able to partner properly on how to use the husk. Because there are two types. There's a fiber part, which is what you're talking about. People can use it for even making transportation of agri products and all. So there are a lot of opportunities for that. And so having gathered the data on the quantum that is in the system and the fact that it's not going to reduce because people have become more conscious, they like it, people are planting and all that, we then put in the strategies that address those things in a sustainable way.
A discussion session with planeteers and stakeholders in the space resolved to spread the message of promoting environmentally sustainable practices, during which a documentary telling the story of one such enterprise, Black Star Energy, was unveiled.
It is filling the important gaps in Ghana's rural electrification program.
The documentary, produced in partnership with Joy News, told the story of a previously remote village in parts of the Ashanti region cut off from the national grid, now using solar to power hospital machines and equipment and lighting homes.
The main crop they mill, but occasionally groundnuts and beans. Abdes' son, John Hafienyo, says Black Star Energy is a big blessing to the community.
Right, manpower, we shoot diesel 1 gallon a day. 1 gram mission soon, a timid man when if you didn't bread, answer be a timagiso. But your funny, many lighting and pese, delighting so the year, but writing some mamma time, but 10 to 4, next Masaba, manpower so. And the day we can cry, reference say, many crowd be 1.7 and I say, be a baby side, vetting.
Black Star Energy is providing solar capacity of 28 kilowatts.
With focus areas such as energy efficiency, domestic waste management, water management and purification, climate-smart agriculture and solar energy promotion, the Ghana Climate Innovation Center (GCIC) is looking to support entrepreneurs who are pioneering adaptive and mitigating solutions to climate change issues in Ghana.